So we are gonna see how the new SwapOut process is working. Now for this, I have already connected two callers, 7736467 and 7731067. So if I click on 6467, you will find that the caller is not assigned to any customer. This means that there is no customer to whom this caller has assigned. So I can simply click on assign a customer to this caller. Just this is a new functionality. I can simply write down the name of the customer and I can click on that customer and I can assign. But I'm not gonna do that because that would assign a new caller to that customer. So this is ideally helpful when you are selling a link and the customer is already registered and you know what customer name that is. So that is how you can assign. So I'm clicking on cancel. Again, I'll go back to home by clicking at the bottom left home menu. I'll click on the other caller and this as well, 7731067. There is no owner or there is no customer assigned to this caller. So I'll go ahead and disconnect. I'll go to home. I'll again disconnect this caller. I'll go back to home. Now I'll go to a customer for whom I'm swapping out the caller. So I'll click on one of the customer name. I know that the customer has one caller, 77011146. So I'll click on that. Now I'll go to other. I'm swapping out the caller. So I'll click on swap out caller. Select the region. Now here I have two choices. Either I can enter the serial number of the caller that I am swapping out, or I can scan and connect the caller. Now since I have already connected two callers during the start of this video and that does not have any owner, so I'm entering in the serial number of one of that caller, 7731067. Now since that caller was already connected, it is showing me that yes, that caller is there in your dealership, but there is no owner associated with that caller because owner name is blank if you look at. Now if I type in some other serial number, then it would say that there is no caller with 7731069 and the only choice I have is to scan and connect to the caller. Or if that caller is assigned to a specific customer, then I would need to remove that caller from that customer in step 3 and I would need to assign that. So since I know that it's 7731067, so this is the caller that I'm assigning or I'm swapping out. So this is a new working caller I'm giving to my customer. So I'll click on that and then I'll click on swap out. And you will find that it says 7731067, which is the new caller that I'm handing over to the customer. So that's how things would work. Now, in case if I click on swap out and I select a region, now what we are gonna do this time is we are gonna scan and connect to a caller without typing in a serial number. So that's what we are gonna do. So I'm scanning the nearby caller. Okay. And here you will find that, I have a caller 7736467, which I'm swapping out now. So I'll click on that. So it would connect to the caller. It would pre-fill the serial number and simply after that you can swap out. So it has pre-filled the serial number 7736467 and I'll go ahead and click on swap out. So this is how the swap out process works. Now there is also one more scenario which you would need to keep in mind. You can swap out a caller that is already assigned to an existing customer. So let's do that. So I'll go to callers from the bottom menu. I will see that we have a caller 7731047, this one, which is assigned to a specific customer, 7731047. And now I'll go to the same customer, Hiren Chauhan. Use this one, 7731065. So I'll go to customer, swap out, 7731065. Now this time, when you would be typing in the name, the serial number, it would say that the caller is already assigned to Ken P. You can still swap out the caller. Ken P is the current owner of that caller, but still you can swap out. So I'll click on that specific customer or that specific serial number, and here you will find a warning that 7731065 is already assigned to Ken P. Swapping out will add Hiren Chauhan to this caller. That means now that caller would have two owners at least. Now I'll select the reason and I'll still go ahead and swap out. Now what I will do is, once the caller swaps out successfully, I will go in and you will find under owners tab, there is Ken P, which is obvious because that was the earlier owner or an existing owner. And I'll simply click on remove customer from this caller, the red line, and I'll remove Ken P. So I would need to select which customer I would like to remove. I'll select Ken P and I'll remove that customer. Now I have only one owner. So you have three choices. Either you can type in the serial number of a caller which is not assigned to any customer under SwapOut. You can scan and connect to the caller directly, or you can enter the serial number of a caller which is assigned to some other customer, but you might have forgot to remove that customer from that caller. Still you can proceed, but after swap out, you still would have a chance to remove that customer from the caller. So these are the three scenarios in which you can swap out the caller.